Yeah, I'm a body. Look, Galatians 5 and 25. If we live in the spirit, let us also walk in the spirit. I'm talking about, I ain't moving off height. I'm moving off him. I'm a body, but I'm locked in. Let go. My body filled up, I ain't lacking. Holy Spirit sleep, had me dancing and attacking. Devil in the way, then you know we get to clapping. Ephesians 6, so the whole squad packing. I'm on my body, I be walking in the flame. Isaiah 54, ain't no weapon got a name. Moving in the spirit, I ain't worried about the shame. Covered in the blood, I be stepping on the shame. I be stepping like David, got the praise in my feet. Had to kick a lie, trying to whisper in my sleep. Every move, holy led, I don't dance all beat. I be shouting in the spirit while I slide on the seat. On like Paul, when I pop out, I'm protected. Tried to flex and flesh, had to learn I was rejected. Now I'm spirit checked, I ain't moved by affection. Lieutenant 19, not your surface with no question. I was down bad, now I'm up in my zone. Took the devil's lies, turned them all into poems. I'm out in my body, but I'm right where I belong. Shouting hallelujah with the squad to the throne. I find my body filled up, I ain't lacking. Holy Spirit sleep, had me dancing and attacking. Devil in the way, then you know we get to clapping. Ephesians 6, so the whole squad packing. I'm on my body, I be walking in the flames. Isaiah 54, ain't no weapon got a name. Moving in the spirit, I ain't worried about the shame. Covered in the blood, I be stepping on the shame.
Pressure got the diamonds on my wrist. Pressure got the diamonds. So you can turn up, and when you turn up, they all gonna burn up. Lord, you said that my parents was gonna be here. Lord, you said what I proclaimed, and it's gonna be clear. I don't know what they mean when they try to team. We get to dumping like some fiends. Will you move a sling? Bible told her, big body floater. Let your light shine everywhere I go to. Let your light blind everyone who go to dark places. Let them see their own faces in them crawl spaces. I keep it way too much OG, my nigga. Tell me, how do you consider it's gonna be? My nigga ain't gonna go down that way. Yahweh, no way. Yahweh, no way.
My body filled up, I ain't lacking. Holy Spirit sleep, had me dancing and attacking. Devil in the way, then you know we get to clapping. Ephesians 6, so the whole squad packing. I'm on my body, I be walking in the flames. Isaiah 54, ain't no weapon got a name. Moving in the spirit, I ain't worried about the shame. Covered in the blood, I be stepping on the shame.
Yo, we live. What's going on, YouTube, man? Welcome to the Lions Den. Welcome to the Lions Den. I'm right here with, you know what I mean, Sister Rima. Got Cinderella. You know what I mean? I'm Mahava, man. This my debut on the Lions Den. So, feeling pretty good, you know what I mean? Go ahead.
We in here, y'all.
Yeah, we in the building. And I ain't gonna lie, like listen to that intro song. It kind, you know what I'm saying? That joint got me hyped. That's why I'm kind of like on one. But
Yeah,
but it
that
got me
sound
thinking
decent
that
though.
yeah, it got me thinking that man, we need to do some, you know what I'm saying, like a true verses. You know what I'm saying? That was kind of a hype song right there. So whoever that brother was, you know what I mean? We, you know what I'm saying, we might need to get you on like the first, you know what I'm saying, pop it off. You know what I mean? I'll find your opponent. You know what I mean? For like a
Yeah.
true verses.
That's,
You know what I mean?
I think that's Hemi and Neil. You know, that Neil.
Neil?
Yeah, Neil Love. He always making the little songs. He the one that do play the little intro song on here. Neil is one of the best Lions Den artists.
Oh, I got somebody for him. I got somebody. Neil, I got somebody for you. Actually, you know what I'm saying? And like I'm pretty cool with the artist too. His name's Zoo, and he just dropped an album called Thank You Master. So Neil, if you know what I'm saying, she said you know what I'm saying, number one on the Lions, then you're gonna have to prove it. Cause when I reached out to Zoo, you know what I'm saying, he got some fire. So, you know, he represents the Trench Brews. So I think we should get that popping on. If you could reach out to the, you know what I'm saying, to the brother. Yep. What's
Yeah, I'm about
but
to. I'm gonna see if I could get him online. In the meantime, between time. But yeah, topic for discussion is the little cover up. We know that what's word on the street, should we say, that the person that claimed to kill the officer, we know that from what we hear that there was a woman involved, or there was another victim, should we say. We heard that it was a woman. So, but they said that he's been charged with 2 counts of murder, unalive, whatever they want to call it. They be trying to censor the little words. But
mhm.
yeah, he's been charged with that, amongst other charges. But my thing is, normally when people are getting charged with this type of, when we only hear on the news about one victim in this case, besides his son being killed by an officer, but we only hear about one victim. But word on the street that there's 2 victims, and it was a woman that actually drove. But we're gonna play kind of like a few clips on what was said, word on the streets, and then we're gonna play a clip from the eyewitness claiming that there was a woman driver, not him. And they said from his injuries, she said when she pulled, when they said when they got up to the car or whatever, he was kind of like passed out a little bit, but the airbag was exploded and he had got hit. So you could tell by the like on the scars on his forehead, the impact from the airbags, that it kind of makes sense to what she was saying. But I'm gonna let y'all be the
Yeah, let well, like
Let's see
before we
it.
get to it, what I mean, as far as I know about this case was basically he had a son, whatever happened, he got into an altercation with the police officer. A lot of times police officers like to make up crimes, try to, detain you for no reason. And his son dipped off on the police officer. The police officer ended up going into attack mode. Salaki ended up going to hunt mode, ended up hunting this dude, killing his son. And the father, as far as from what I know before what we about to talk about now, ends up driving into, well, he ends up committing vehicular homicide to basically to like any cop, you know what I'm saying? Because from what I heard, it's a whole different cop in a whole nother county. So he's now on trial for killing the cop in retaliation to a cop killing his son. That's all I knew up to this point. Am I right?
That's what I know.
Okay, Con. Yeah, so this
that
new
that is
information.
correct. That is correct. And I believe from the video footage, because they try to lie and say, yeah, he had a gun pointed towards him, which you can clearly see in the video that he was running away, and he was like ambushed by the officer that came from the side blind, and he ain't even focus on him. He just continued running, and he actually got shot from behind because the officer shot him as he was running away. But it's clearly shown that the officer could have had, he was not in danger. He could have, backed away, secured himself a little bit or whatever when he seen that he was approaching. But like I said, he didn't even know he was behind that dumpster. He didn't even know that. He was just running, trying to get away, and he got ambushed and, killed.
Yeah, okay, Con. And how old was his son again? Just so I could have moving forward. Teenager, right? Even if we don't know his age.
Yeah, he was pretty much a teen.
Yeah, okay, Con. Got you. And like that's how we've been trained, like we haven't been trained. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like coming up, like even in our own households, like we don't, you know what I'm saying, we're not taught how to deal with cops until we actually deal with them. So his son not being taught by his father how to like talk to a cops, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Don't show no aggression. Okay, uh, Salaya Ben Yah said 18. He think, yeah. So as an 18-year-old dude from the streets, I feel like his only encounters with police has been negative, especially being 18. You probably just got your license, and a lot of times coming up, you know what I'm saying, you probably got your car tinted, getting pulled over just because of tents and just being done wrong by the police. Because that happened to me coming up. So you know what I'm saying. So I'm always angry when it comes to cops, but you know what I'm saying. But you know what I'm saying, like without any training, it's like, man, and then all the shit that you see on all these killings that you see nowadays, it makes you just want to run from the cops because you could get away from them. A lot of these cops is fat. You know, you feel like you get away from them, and
Well,
because of
come
that,
to Chicago because
yeah,
that's what they do all day.
yeah. So like, you know, his son, like whatever was going on between the first interaction with him and the cop, he should have just stood there, stayed calm. You know what I'm saying? Don't let the cop antagonize him to like get irate. Just stand there. Okay, show him your ID. Be quiet. Don't get triggered. And that's how you win against these cops, by not letting them trigger you. But instead, when you run, you know what I'm saying, you more than likely going to get shot if you're black. If you're white, you know what I'm saying, they want to talk you down. Where's your
They
parents?
might beat your ass.
Say it
Let's
again.
be for real. They might beat your ass because they ain't let. I didn't see white people get arrested and the police beat the hell out of them. So
Yo,
they'll be
hey,
playing with them
Slocky.
all the
Yeah, in my cases, in this case, they was asleep. They try to say that they was in a stolen vehicle. Come to find out, the vehicle was not stolen. It was a repo. The repo was there. I guess he pulled up and seen them sleep in the car, so he called the police and had them escort him to get the vehicle. You know what I mean? So as they see, the police to the vehicle, they seen the police and they jumped out. And typically when you have a gun or a pistol or whatever, you run it. You know what I mean? It wasn't like, they was trying to have a shootout or anything like that. But usually when you have and he was supposed to, go home, but I guess nobody answered the door. The person fell asleep and he couldn't get in the house.
Yeah.
So he ended up, going with his friend or whatever, or his relative. I'm not for sure which one, but he ended up going with them and they end up, hanging out in the car, falling asleep in the car. And the police, like I said, the repo here spotted the car. They be having them trackers on there.
Right.
They probably tracked the vehicle and called the police, but reported it as stolen, and so they can probably get a better response from the police.
Facts.
Damn, this
all
dude
right,
was
let's
set
see
up.
this juice.
Yeah,
Let's see
straight
this
up set
juice.
up.
What a juice.
Yeah,
I want to see.
Okay, yeah. I'm up here going on tangents, and you know what I'm saying, we got the information. Here I am jumping into conspiracy theories like I usually do. So like, yeah.
It's cool. We gonna talk about that later. Let's see the juice. I need a shot of tequila because this is tequila, y'all. This is deep. I want to see it.
Mhm. Yeah. I guess she trying to pull it up right now, y'all. But goddamn, the dude was trying to get home. You know what I'm saying? I guess he ain't had the key to his house, couldn't get in, or whatever going on. So he ended up sleeping in the car. You know what I'm saying? He ended up sleeping in the
What is
car, waking up to guns drawn on him. You know what I'm saying? If you let me tell the story. So you
Oh,
wake up
see,
to
I don't
guns
know.
drawn on you by cops. The first thing you're gonna do is run. You're not caring about some damn badge. Cops there to shoot you or take you to jail. You know what I mean? So yeah, first thing he did was run. I get
This a
it. I get
grown
it.
person? This
Hmm?
an adult? This was an adult?
Nah, the 18-year-old that got killed. I'm basically
Oh,
just
okay.
you
This
know what I'm
about
saying,
him.
like until she bring out the info, I'm gonna just keep, you know what I'm saying, just talking whatever coming my
Oh,
damn
see, I
mouth.
don't know. See, I don't really know the story, so I'm glad y'all is telling it because even just recently I found out that he killed the wrong police. That was like maybe a week or a couple of days ago. So Like I'm just finding out stuff as we go along each week. Something new seems like it pop up. So I just think this is real outrageous. But I
Yeah.
don't know. So I'm glad y'all
So,
telling the story.
so the narrative. So the narrative that the police put out there, remember they put their narrative out first. Their narrative was, yeah, the father came to see the video cam of the incident. He left with family members. Then he came back an hour something later and somebody picked him up, took him somewhere. He came back and you know, a couple hours or whatever later, he ended up smacking into the police officer that the police put out there. But then there's another narrative saying that he wasn't even a driver. Somebody else was driving him away. Somebody else was driving him, even drove him. He was with, I guess, family or people came with him when he came to witness the video. So, and when he left, it was just so many, you know,
Oh, you breaking up.
stories in one that they were saying it's weird. So
Yeah. All right. So I saw that same video and everything. So basically, you know what I'm saying? So just like, you know what I'm saying? So just like Rima just said, you know what I mean? The narrative was that the father in retaliation went to go get revenge on the police. You know what I'm saying? So some people thought that he got revenge on the actual police officer that actually killed his son, but nah. What really happened was in the correct narrative, now that we're going to set things straight, is, you know what I'm saying, the father was getting a ride with somebody that was a driver. So the father is in the passenger side. I guess, you know what I'm saying, just real life shit. If you in the car with somebody, something tragic just happened, what type of conversation you think y'all talking about? Y'all talking about how your son just got killed by the cops. So while they having this conversation in the car, they see a cop, you know, and then, you know, him being the father, I could relate to it because I'm like, you know, he probably like, man, fuck that cop right there. You know what I'm saying? And the person that's driving, I think it was a white woman
probably
driving.
over there fucking with somebody right now.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So he in the car with this white woman and she feel his pain. That's the narrative that needs to happen. Be known right now.
What?
You know what I mean? So he in the passenger seat talking about how much he hate cops, you know what I mean, and everything. And the person, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times with people, you know what I'm saying, like they'll you know what I'm saying, like you know what I'm saying, like a lot of people in this world is so caring, whereas though, like, you know what I'm saying, like they won't do something for themselves, but they'll do something for others first. So when this lady is
Yeah.
hearing this father pain and how he just lost her son, you know what I'm saying, she wanted to help him out. So what she ended up doing, you know what I'm saying, they both see a cop. He say, man, fuck these cops and all this shit. And you know how she proved that she liked that man? She went to go slam straight into that cop that they saw. They didn't care if it was a like white, black, whatever cop. I mean, they didn't care what county that cop was. The cop, like the killer, whatever. They just wanted to, you know what I'm saying? He was like, fuck that cop, fuck these cops, they no good. And that woman hearing that, she heard it as, oh, he want me to run into that cop. So he didn't tell her to do it. She just did it because she wanted to help him feel better. So they ended up ramming right into this cop and killed the cop. The dude is on the passenger side seat. He didn't do it. He waking up from being unconscious to ambulance, like what the
Allegedly.
yeah, you know what I mean? So he wake up like, you know, he probably scared in the passenger. He like, yo, chill.
Right.
You know what I mean? He can't even put on the brakes.
Right.
You know what I mean?
He's suing them for I think 25 million. He's suing them. He got a lawsuit against them. But you seen him at the police station and like they probably didn't body shot him a couple of times. He was messed up. You know what I mean? He dizzy. He was messed up because, like you said, you know, he was in that passenger seat. She probably forget this, you know, and it was like It took one for the team, but allegedly, we don't. But the witness on the scene, there's witness on the scene that went to Facebook. Go look it up. Took it to that was there because it was like a function going on, event going on, and they witnessed it. You know, and there's cameras around there. Clearly in the video, you're gonna see. You know, if you look, you're gonna see there's cameras around. Why they not talking about that? But what I'm saying is he's getting charged for 2 counts of murder. Okay, I'm gonna give you an example. If 2 people go in the store and rob the store, if you go in with your friend to rob the store may end up killing your friend. You're being charged with that friend's murder. And if your friend end up killing the store man, you're getting charged with 2 counts. So it's called co-conspiracy. You know what I mean? It's
So the girl
conspiracy.
passed away. So that's why you call her a victim, because she
Yes,
a
she
victim.
passed.
Okay, we got it. We
She
got it.
passed. She not there, and they're not speaking on the other victim. You feel what I'm saying?
And she
But
white.
we're going off we don't know. I don't know what color it is. That was, you know, milk.
That's something
But
I said. You know, that's on
yeah,
me.
I was like, whoa,
Okay.
But
Okay.
the witness, the females that witnessed it, that was there, that pulled the lady out the car. Okay, that seen the lady, was trying to tend to the lady and said they was trying to help her and they prayed for her and everything, but you know, she passed away. But they're not talking about all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
That's right.
Who's that person? The person name is Vakar. Emerson
Okay,
said,
so
"Oh, buddy said an eye for an eye, any eye will do," and slated O on the first. I don't get the last part, but yeah, man. Basically, the brother felt, you know what I'm saying? The brother felt a eye, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how he felt. But, you know what I mean? Black people, we ain't really
But
going
he
to.
didn't do
That's why I say it was a white woman driving. Because we could feel like it's an eye for an eye.
it.
We can talk all that shit. We're going to run our fucking mouth until the world about to end. But we not going to retaliate. That was a white woman that drove that car. She did the eye for eye after him saying it, but he ain't do it. Now they trying to charge him for 2 counts because she
Allegedly.
fucking lost her mind and fucking killed herself and killed the cop. That's what's going on.
Allegedly.
You know what I mean? And then we got eyewitnesses, you know what I'm saying, with the, going live on going on Facebook, putting a post out there. Shouts out to Mendika Molly 7,000. Peace. You know what I mean? You got Mendika in the
Can't even
comments,
believe
you know
it.
what I mean? Shouts out to Vakar, you know what I mean?
So
Yeah.
he being charged with her death and the police officer's death.
Khan, yeah, he getting charged. He getting charged for 2 counts, as if he premeditated all this shit, as if he forced her to do it. She did that on her own. So,
Right.
you know what I mean? So that's why he's trying to do a $25 million lawsuit against, lawsuit against them, because he like, nigga, she did that
Let's
shit.
get in on
I
this
ain't
money
coming to
then.
do
Let's
it.
get in on this lawsuit. Let's go support him. He might give us some. Let's go support this man. We might can get him more than that. He might give us some.
Oh, hey, like if Rima post that, Vakar just said something. It's like the last joint.
I can't believe this man fighting for his life, and all them police officers that was trying to intimidate him like he did something. That is so crazy.
Yeah, police know the truth all the time. But Vakar just said, it's not posted yet, y'all, but Vakar said you get charged for any deaths on the scene of the crime. And that goes to what, you know what I'm saying, Rima just said. He's getting charged 2 counts. And it's like, why would he? Like if I was in a car accident and I'm on the passenger side, why y'all charging me for? I'm not capable of pushing on the brakes. Shit, like what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like what if I opened my door and jumped out and now it's clearly them two and everybody saw me jump out? Y'all still going to affiliate me with that car crash and I jumped out the thing?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, and another thing, like, was he drunk? You know what I'm saying? You can't blame drunk driving on him. You can't do anything. You know what I'm saying? We got the footage coming up right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
This remind me of that story about them girls who was drinking and driving, and then they all died but one.
Aggravated murder with death penalty specifications. 1 count of murder a specialty felony, and 2.
Okay. Technical difficulties, y'all. You know what I mean? Shouts out to the chat, you know what I mean? Shouts out to the Lions Den in the chat. We got Marquise up in the building. You know what I mean? Vakar, Mandika Mali. You know what I mean? Shouts out to Salaya. I hope I ain't pronounced your name wrong. You know what I mean? Shouts out to other people that's viewing the show too. You know what I mean? Put a line in the chat, you know what I mean? The viewers, you know what I'm saying? You watching, man, throw them lines up, man.
Yeah, it's okay. We rebuke that technical difficulties, but I just feel like all this information and stuff is kind of crazy, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Sure. Let's talk about the Diddy thing a little bit. You know what I
You
mean?
want to?
Okay, he said I did say it incorrect. But yeah, so today I was listening to DJ Academics on the Diddy thing a little bit, and he was kind of talking about shit that doesn't describe what he's being charged for. That's how I feel about it. They talking about all
What you
this.
mean?
Well, like what they talking about. Oh, Salaki, we back. I'm gonna pivot to that in a
Okay.
minute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hold that. I'm trying to remember what you're saying about DJ.
By the grand jury on the charges, 2 counts of aggravated murder with death penalty specifications, 1 count of murder, a specialty felony, and 2 counts of felonious assault. Mr. Hinton, if you want to be represented by an attorney but cannot afford one, I will appoint 2 attorneys who are certified by the Ohio Supreme Court to handle death penalty cases. If you hire your own attorney,
Now, as y'all can hear, it says, yeah. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me hit it with this real quick. As y'all can hear, let me make my home. Okay, we ready. Now, as y'all heard, it says 2 counts. Where's the other body? 2 counts of aggravated assault. Where's the other person assaulted? You feel me? So you probably gonna hear later on victims and all that little play out. You see how the officers all in the court and deep like the gang trying to intimidate a person. That right there ain't a fair trial. Why y'all up in there deep intimidating them? Right?
Yeah.
Why is
This a lynching, y'all.
This is just arraignment. Like, come on now. Been there and done that. Why the squad is in the arraignment? Like, it's supposed to be lawyers and DA. Why the squad up in there talking? At the end of the day, I'm like, you hear it says 2 counts. 2 counts.
Yeah.
2 counts of everything. So it's got to be 2 victims, 2 whatever. You feel me? So I'm just going to, try to talk through it a little bit.
he or she does not need to be death penalty certified. You can hire 1, 2, or as many lawyers as you need an attorney appointed. I will select 2 attorneys that are certified by the Ohio Supreme Court. Hire your own attorney, and in the fact that you have retained Mr. Bennett to represent you. Is that correct?
Yes.
Mr. Bennett, you are representing him, isn't that correct? Okay, thank you so much. I do need to tell you, Mr. Hinton, I do believe that you have applied for a defender appointment. Is that correct, Mr. Kennedy? And in fact, was an affidavit prepared regarding his indigency?
Yes, Mr. Hinton was in
discriminate on clear, he did speak to qualify briefly, qualified as being the appointed counsel.
Okay, and was that,
He stays with the original case file and all the paperwork for that, but yes, it is an affidavit that stays with the financial qualification form in file, and I have provided that original to the court.
okay, and thank you so much for that. That does not get filed with the clerk's office. Okay, just wanted to check and be sure. Okay, thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate that, being here. Okay, all right, so you have Mr. Bennett as your attorney. That's fine, we're good to go. I just wanted to make sure that was clear. And so what we will do is we will begin with the reading of the indictment. So, Ms. Sarah, if you would like to begin. First I will ask, has the defendant been served with a copy of the indictment?
Judge, he has been served with a copy of the indictment, and I have the indictment.
Okay, wonderful. And is counsel prepared to waive any defects in the service of the indictment?
So,
All right, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Go ahead, Ms. Sarah.
So this is case number B25-02319, Rodney L. Hinton. You've been indicted with 2 counts, aggravated murder with specification, capital death penalty cases, 1 count murder, special felony.
Typical, just like a lawyer. Don't worry about what they talking about. They gonna talk. You know how they read down shit. You
Yeah.
like, yeah, no, you like, don't worry about it. You feel me?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like that brother a warrior right there, you know, like I could just, you know, like looking at his face, you know what I'm saying? When he was walking in there, he just staring down the cops, like, you know, even if I did it, fuck y'all, because y'all killed my son. No matter what, standing you know what I'm saying, 10 toes down in there, in the orange jumpsuit right there. You know what I'm saying?
No, he had his head down. If y'all notice, he had his head down. When he seen his brother, that gave him confidence to put his head up.
Mhm.
He got
Yeah.
cameras back.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
With no
He's
confidence.
that vibration there, yeah.
Like my brother, it gave him confidence. That's why he had his head up. And ever since then, when you know what I mean, his brother gave him that confidence. Like, here, you know what I mean? They showed up because he wouldn't, you know, he don't never know. Like, who gonna be there to support? But when they showed up and he was like, hey, that's my brother, he looked and seen him, he was like, yeah, and his head remained up high.
Yeah. You say that shit, get that energy up. You know what I mean, Rima? You know, like you about to make me wild out over here. You know, yeah, like I saw that lion in him rise up, start staring them niggas down. But you know what I'm saying? You got this one cop fucking getting fucking triggered because he's staring him right in the fucking eyes like he wanted to fucking attack him in the court. You know what I mean? And that's what we do. You know what I mean? Like, it just take a little bit of encouragement to build up another brother. You know what I mean? And when his brother showed up, you know what I'm saying, you just saw that, you know what I'm saying, you just saw that spirit of a lion up in him. And like he, you know, that shit was crazy. It was like a movie. I was like, yeah, you know what I mean?
Understand that he's seeing the arresting officers surrounding him. He's seeing all the arresting officers surrounding him. You feel what I'm saying? Bringing them into court, up there supporting of the officer that died. You know, even the officer that arrested him over there talking. You gonna see that in the video. Why is all these people talking? It's just arraignment. It's just supposed to be the judge, the attorney, and the DA. But here it is, you know what I mean? They running the charges and all this type of stuff. It's just supposed to be lawyer appointed and all that. They doing a little bit too much publicity. That's why I tell you, this is gonna be, you know, another reality TV where everything is gonna be on court TV, where they're gonna make money off of this. Believe that.
Yeah, like these police officers, like, all right, you know, like who the fuck y'all doing security for? You know, like black people, we not coming in there mobbing. You know what I mean? Like y'all need, you know, we need security against y'all. You know, all y'all standing there, nigga. Y'all white people get triggered off the littlest shit. You know what I mean? Him just staring at y'all would have fucked him up if the cameras wasn't on. So we need security from y'all. Y'all in there trying to, you know, like are y'all there to secure yourselves from this man that's in orange? No, y'all in there trying to provoke him to do something so y'all can just jump on him. And that's, you know what I mean? That's crazy, Joe. And you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like man, Rima, you know what I'm saying? Like your vibration is, is fucking huge, you know what I mean? Because like the stuff you bringing out, it's just making me, like it's opening up my third eye on everything with this whole case right here. You know what I mean?
That's
You just
right.
need that spirit.
Yeah, I just got one thing to say. I noticed that the judge and stuff like that, like somebody was talking about body language. I think that was Blue talking about body language and stuff. And I noticed the judge don't sound very confident, and she actually sound like she feel like whatever happening ain't the right thing, because I can hear in her voice, I can tell when somebody don't care and when somebody feel like I don't think this might be the right thing. I think the judge already know that whatever going on right now, it might turn around for him.
Yeah, because the way she treating him, she know this shit is some ambush ass bullshit. She know that he actually being charged for something, because and all the details ain't been. She read the fine details that ain't been put out to the public, so she knows that. I mean, it's gonna be hard to get convinced to him that knowing it was another driver. You feel what I'm saying? There's gonna be a lot of stuff that just don't sound right. The way she trying to convince him, like, are you? You ain't on no drugs, you straight, you gonna be able to do this. And if you don't like nothing, you know what I mean, report it to me, you know what I mean. And if your attorney ain't answering your question, she's like, I ain't trying to, here you go back and forth.
The way she was asking them, was they ready for the case and stuff, like, do you guys have all this? It's like she wasn't sure that whoever going against him had everything they need. I'm sorry, that's what I heard in her voice. I'm just
Good.
Y'all should listen to how she was talking. She don't sound like she confident in whoever trying to go against him.
No,
I mean,
she want to make sure that he get a fair, you know what I mean, least fair legal service. You know what I mean? She said, we can give you 2, 3, 4, whatever. You feel what I'm saying? And then she basically said, if they're not, listening to you, she basically said, if your attorney not visiting you, call at me, tell me, you know what I mean? So y'all gonna hear all that.
So if she get kicked off the case, it's a lynching. If she get kicked off the case, something ain't right, y'all. Let's pay attention to that.
Yeah, if I could, like, that prosecutor already said that he was driving, which is a lie. You know what I mean? So we could, we already, the odds in his favor just off of that right there, because I was paying attention right there.
Yeah, because it was too many times that they said that he was escorted to the building and escorted away from the bed. And now all of a sudden he got his own car and all this type of stuff. Even they tracked his move. He was always with somebody, or somebody was, you know what I mean, riding with him. Now all of us, I don't even think the man had a car at this point. Like, come on now, y'all doing too much.
Yeah, I mean, shit. At this point, I'm looking at him like a black dude whose license is fucked up, and he know he can't drive. So, you know what I mean? Let's look into his license, see if his license is suspended because of child support. If that's the case, he definitely wasn't driving. You know what I mean?
You try to help the brother out.
Yeah, that brother not driving, man. His license suspended. But yeah, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? You gotta give me some more on this case, man.
2 counts of felonious assault. You've already stated that you received a copy of the indictment. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. Hinton, I need to go over some rights with you, okay? The indictment that you are facing also has additional charges besides the 2 aggravated murder charges. There is a count 3, which is a murder, which is a special felony, and that is a charge that carries 15 to life as a maximum penalty. There are also 2 felonious assault charges. Those are felonies of the first degree. And each one of those carries a possibility of 3 to 11 years.
It was another person in the car with Rodney Henry Jr. and they trying to cover it up. The police trying to cover it up, y'all. So allegedly, that just came out today that they said it was a woman in the car with Rodney Henry Jr. and she was the one that was driving, and she was the one, she passed away too. at the scene. Like she passed away too, and they tried to hide it, y'all. So let me show y'all what I'm talking about. So as you can see down here, you see it say 2 counts. He got 2 counts of murder, right? They gave him two felony assaults, all right? And 2 counts of murder right there at the top. So who is the second person that died, y'all? They said it was one person he killed. He killed one person, right? He unalived one person, right? Who was the other person that died? It's 2 counts.
Mhm.
All right? So, like I said, when you look up 2 counts of murder, 2 counts of felony charges, right? This is what it say on Google. All right? It say 2 counts of murder generally means a person is charged with initial killing of 2 different people. Each count represents a separate offense. Who is the other person? It was a woman driving. She was the one allegedly ran into the officer and unalived him. So this man might get burned. He might get away free. He might get away free, y'all. See what I'm saying? Now, y'all know how we all, like everybody got somebody that's gonna ride for them and that'll do something that they wouldn't do. Like, allegedly now, the person that did it, the woman that allegedly that was driving that did it and unalived the officer, she probably one of those ones that's ride or die and said, man, you won't do it, I'll do it. And that's why he just quiet. Yeah. And looking at them like, yeah. But at the same time, y'all didn't hear this from me. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this. This news just came out.
I don't know no Jackson. I know Ben Frankie. What the hell? Gotta take my pills.
This happened supposedly by the University of Cincinnati during graduation time, whatever. And she made a valid point. If all of this happened, where are the cameras? Where are the stoplight cameras? Where are the cameras from the associated business or the business in close proximity? Where are the satellite cameras? All of these times that we see accidents and people running from the police and accidents and traffic stops and people running people over, there's always video footage. Why is there no video footage of this accident? Like, there's no coverage even after the accident. When the ambulances are out there, only thing they're showing you is that still picture of the car and the crash. They are no showing you no ambulance footage, no getting people out of the cars. Think about it. This makes what my information giving me totally true. Because once again, while they're not showing anything but a narrative. And this is the original post that the young lady put up. Now, I think this has since been taken down. She said, I was literally right there with my effing kids in the car, I assume, with me. I got out to help once I seen I could not do anything. I started crying, and this other lady was praying and grabbed my arm and wrist, and we both started praying while looking at the sheriff, and it was an old lady driving, not no dude. They are lying. This is sad. Now, this is her sharing the post of, that news post that highlighted the crash. Look at that. That's all we have seen.
Okay. We could pause a little bit.
The still shot is in the air. So this is...
Yes, you know what I'm saying, Cinderella, you know what I'm saying? Try to recap it up to, you know what I'm saying, try to recap us, you know what I mean?
Oh my God, you do not want to hear what's on my brain. This is some crazy ass shit.
I can just feel it, you know what I mean? That's what I like.
This some crazy ass shit. Like, first of all, or whatever, it's an older woman. So is this like his mother? Is this like an auntie? Is this like a woman he was dating or whatever? And then the other thing is with the women and the people who said they seen everything that happened. This ain't been on the news. I ain't heard nothing about no other person being in the car. Like, everything with the case, even finding out that it wasn't even a great officer, finding it out later on. But as far as eyewitnesses saying that it was a woman and stuff like that, if I was him, I would that's why I think the judge said you could get 4, 5, 7, 8 lawyers if you want to. because that's exactly what I will be doing. I will be suing all they
Mm. Yeah. I think that woman that came out with the truth, you know what I'm saying? I think she need to go into witness protection because like me seeing that post on this screen right here.
We need to go to there because
You said us? Yeah, you're
yeah.
right. You know what I'm saying? I think we do need witness protection after bringing out the truth. But her specifically though, because she got a
No, we
Facebook
can
post.
witness protection. We need
You know
protection.
what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? I think that was a white woman. I don't know. Well, in my mind, like in my story, that was a white woman posting the truth on Facebook, whole bunch of shares. You know what I'm saying? And that don't fit their narrative, the
No,
cops'
it's a black
narrative.
woman. It's a
Oh,
black
black
woman.
woman. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. You know
I'm
what I mean?
telling you,
Yeah.
I'll make another post responding. Why
Yeah.
she ain't going to the police?
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. I will yeah, you go ahead, play it.
It's probably from a video, a stop camera light, a satellite video. So why are they not? We have to ask ourselves, why are they not showing us any video proof of the accident? Now, she also corroborates. The other day, I think it was yesterday, I showed the video with a young brother, Rodney Hinton Jr. was walking into the police station. You see him getting out of the car. He's in a hospital gown. He's blurry. He's incoherent. He literally tells the officers, "Where am I? Where am I?" And he's currently charged with something that he was literally a passenger in the car. Now, also, this collaborates or this proves that what they are saying in their newly released timeline, that they are lying because it contradicts what they're saying, that what they said at the beginning of the whole ordeal. Now, remember the beginning? They told us that Rodney Hinton went to the police department. He watched the video. He got upset and left the building, and no one ever saw him until they got word of the crash. Now go back and watch the original news articles about this. That is what they said. But this is what they said about 2 days ago when they indicted him for the charge. It says 9:33 a.m. Hinton arrived at the police department. 9:51, Hinton got upset and left the building. 10:37, Hinton left with family members instead of his own car, which he drove there. 12:41, which is about an hour and a half later, Hinton returned to pick up his car. Hinton left. Hinton returned to the police department and drove through the parking lot. How do you know that was Hinton driving, right? 12:50, Hinton left again and headed towards University of Cincinnati campus with his family following him the entire way. Now, mind you, once again, if you go back to the first videos of this incident, they said Hinton left the police department and nobody heard from him. Listen, like, one thing about a lie, you have to continuously change and keep up with the lie to make that lie outlive the truth. Apparently, this lie is not going to outlive the truth. Remember, they said Hinton left the meeting, was so distraught, and nobody ever heard from him since the time of this accident. But here they're telling you he left with a family member, he came back, he left again, he walked out distraught, he drove around the parking lot, he left his car, he returned it. None of this was said before. You see how they are trying to create the narrative as they go. Pretty much, I'm white and I say so. This is what happened, regardless of how many people are saying. And once again, I'm going to show you the actual page. Look at this actual page now. And y'all see this. Let me see. I'm going to minimize myself so y'all can see it in its entirety. Now, this is an actual Facebook page, Sean Hankerson. Now, it looks like she has deleted her page. But this is it. So they're covering up. Listen, I was literally right there with my child in the car. I got out to help once I seen I couldn't do anything. I started crying, and this other lady was praying and grabbed my arm and wrist. And we both started praying while looking at the sheriff, but it was an old lady driving, not no dude. They are lying. And here's another somebody else referencing what she's saying. Look at his face, as she mentioned, the airbags hit him. Look at the top and the right side of his face. The airbags come out on the right side if you are on the passenger side. And so this is what I mean by the media lying and creating narratives. If this accident was so horrific, where is all the video footage of the ambulance on the scene, police on the scene, the white sheets, the yellow? None of that has occurred, right? Why are they hiding the actual footage from the scene? There is no coverage of this incident on the scene except the picture that you see everywhere, just a crash car. And it's the same thing that they are doing with Ryan Hinton Jr. They're stopping and stealing the frames. They're showing the picture. The only live footage that they're showing you is the officer running up right before he quote unquote shot our young brother. They're stealing the camera while the young boy's laying down the gun. Oh, this is where he stopped and tripped and he got back up and he picked up the gun. No, don't tell us what happened. Show us the video so we can determine that for ourselves. So this is breaking. Somebody just sent me this last night. You see, I'm out of my element, but I still had to do this because once again they are trying to railroad my brother and their timeline that they released to the public after indicting him on the charges and saying that they were going to seek the death penalty for our young brother. Now, after LaShawn made this post, asked her, look, why don't you go down there and tell them what you saw? And this is her response. No love, Tila. If they aren't using cameras for evidence, they sure TF aren't going to listen to a black woman with a record. It was several of us right there that witnessed this issue. They didn't even care about the dude in the car. Me and one other lady was trying to help them. They didn't care about the black dude, only the officer. And again, I'm going to show you her original post. But remember, this happened supposedly by the University of Cincinnati during graduation time, whatever. And she made a valid point. If all of this happened, where are the cameras? Where are the stoplight cameras? Where are the cameras from the associated business or the business in close proximity? Where are the satellite eyewitness who saw it? You see her reply. I promise to God I made a post, and everything the man was unconscious in the passenger seat, and it was an older lady driving. They kept asking who the driver was. She kept hysterically crying and falling out like she was in shock. She did that. They are trying to do that man in. I literally tried to get him out the car. He was stuck and not clean out, airbags out, and all. And I'm going to show you another couple of posts from that same Facebook thread. Now, remember last week I told you that I received some inside information from a couple of sources that said there was a lady driving that vehicle that killed the deputy in Cincinnati after Rodney Hinton Jr. left the police department. Now, this post also pokes holes in the DA's, the police, the sheriff's theory in their timeline that they released to the public after indicting him on the charges and saying that they were going to seek the death penalty for our young brother. Now, after LaShawn made this post, the girl asked her, look, why don't you go down there and tell them what you saw?
That's just a little recap, but yeah. There you have it.
I would definitely not go down there and tell another damn person what the hell I saw. I ain't see shit.
All right. So now I'm confused because somebody in the chat, Jeremiah said Jeremiah said Rodney Hampton Jr. is a nobody. Why would they go the length he admitted? You know what I'm saying? So he's trying to say he admitted he did it. Please, my people, don't get bamboozled by onion news, fake news. Basically, what he trying to say. Like I said, So I don't, like I said, like it's your word against what this dude just said, against what an eyewitness just said. So Jeremiah, you wasn't there to be an eyewitness to, you know what I'm saying? You getting all your news off the internet. We just got an eyewitness, black female, you know what I'm saying, who you trying to discredit for being there of what she saw. You know what I'm saying? The dude could say he did it all he want. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like, you know, he was unconscious, and like we done seen them type of movies before where someone wake up from being unconscious. They got, you know what I'm saying, like cuffs on them, attached to the hospital bed, and you know, they just think they did it based on the information coming to them. So maybe he admitted something that he didn't do based on him being locked up, you know, waking up like that, you know, just weary or whatever word you want to use for that situation. But we got an eyewitness black girl saying that he, you know, it was a woman driver that did it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, whoever made
my,
that
you know what I'm
comment
saying?
and
Yeah,
stuff.
Jeremiah. I was going to just top it off. Like Jeremiah, you wasn't there as an eyewitness to say he said he did it. You know what I mean? I just feel like you need a little bit more compassion for the facts that's being brought out. If I could.
Yeah, can I say something? Whoever made that comment, you the reason why that girl don't want to come out and tell the truth about what happened. You the kind of person that make people not want to come out and tell the truth, because that type of energy and stuff, just like you got that energy. Okay, imagine how many police officers got that same energy. So, you know, I think that if it was your son, your brother, your daddy, or something like that, your mama, yeah, people will care. But when it's somebody else, people, I notice that people don't give a damn. But when it's they people, they want to stand up and say something. This a lynching. If it was you that was being lynched, I bet you would be crying out to all of Israel, the Christians, everybody, the Muslims to come help you get out of jail.
Like, my whole thing is like I've heard everyone else say that he did it. I haven't heard him out his own mouth say he did it. But I heard the narrative that Kareem talked about earlier. You know what I mean? I heard that narrative. But this is the narrative right now that's about to be pushed thanks to Lions Den. You know what I mean? Lions Den got over, you know what I'm saying, 40,000 subscribers. So it's going to reach where it need to reach. And, you know what I mean? I'm just glad when people see it, you know, and they get to him, he'll know that he got, you know what I'm saying? You got, you know, like there's actually people that, you know what I'm saying, that could come, you know what I'm saying, that could hear everything and they could sort through the lies and everything. So,
Facts.
you know what
Facts.
I
We
mean?
can start a petition for him if y'all want to. We can start a petition.
Well, I need some money first, you know what I mean? We always
I
give
don't
money
think
to
I think
everybody
it's
else that's
free.
popular.
I think it's free to do it. I think
So
it's
like,
free. I don't think you gotta
yeah.
pay for
No,
that.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Oh, yeah, I think it's free to start a petition and stuff like that where everybody just sign it. So whoever in the chat talking crazy, don't let this be you, bruh. I hope we remember you. And this happened to you, we're gonna remember you. And we're gonna say the same thing when it's your turn. Because just like the Bible say, what happens to one happens to us all. And if that man ain't do that, it's no reason for him to even be still talking to them. He need to be free. He need to have a bond and all that. Like, I can understand. So a lady that's going through this, y'all remember about the girls who was drinking and driving? Okay, I think that girl who lived, all her friends died, y'all. All her friends died. I think she getting like a drinking citation or something. So it go the same way for him. The person who was driving is the one who killed everybody. This girl wasn't the driver. She just woke up and was like, dang, everybody dead. So it's just like I'm gonna look up her case and see what's going on. But she being charged with something, but I don't think it's gonna be murder. So it's the same way for him. So it's different because it's a police officer.
Yeah, and like it sucks that when you black that you need video evidence to like disprove you. It sucks that when you black that you guilty before proven innocent. It sucks that they gotta take you to jail, put you in an orange jumpsuit, and and shuffle you back and forth to court. If you innocent, if you're supposed to be innocent before proven guilty, you know what I mean, then why not just put an ankle monitor on him and let him continue to go to work and live his life until he's proven to be guilty? Why is it the other way around? Why he gotta lose his job? Why he can't pay his bills? And you know what I mean, he gotta be sitting in there with no contact to other people, no support system behind him. If it's
No,
supposed to be
that's
you innocent.
extra.
Yeah.
You said that right. Like they already acting like that man guilty, and the law say, wait, let's prove that man guilty first. So they acting like he already guilty. So it's just like I feel like a lot of the people who make the laws, they break them and they tell us it's okay to do it, but if we do it, it's not okay. They want to over double charge us. Like this case, this is a perfect example. I almost got killed by a police officer because they was driving recklessly and almost hit us. And this happened to me twice. So you telling me that if I was sitting here dead, my people gotta bury me because a police officer was driving reckless in the city of Chicago? You telling me it's gonna be my Uber driver's fault that he gonna go to jail? I wish people would sit there and press charges against somebody who innocent because they was driving me in a vehicle, but a police officer was the reason why I passed away. You understand what I'm saying? Like that's what it's getting. This not about no black and white thing. This about the police versus us. They showing us right now we a gang. They standing strong. It ain't about no race stuff. They showing us we a gang. We stand together against y'all. It's us versus y'all, and we're gonna use the law either against y'all or y'all gonna have to use the law against us. That's what's going on. And these the people who giving out the laws. It shouldn't be okay for a police officer to run a red light without his sirens on, without his lights on, and almost hit me. So you understand what I'm saying? But if we did that, guess what? We in jail.
Yeah, somehow it's going to be your fault and not the police fault, you know. And like this dude Jeremiah, you know what I mean? Oh, thank you. 777. They always lock innocent people up without proof. And you know what I mean? And like this dude Jeremiah, you know, and he like he's such a, you know, you like what do you want out of us? Like what you want us to say? I'm giving you, you know what I mean?
He won't
You
prove.
know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like I'm giving.
He won't
Yeah,
prove.
you won't.
He made a statement saying that.
Dude, we got out like
you should know me. You should know how I get down. So let me give you a little bit more, since you gonna try to discredit me. Okay, don't ever do that.
I'm glad I can't see his comments because I would have thrown him so hard.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. That was it.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, so Jeremiah says, so we believe in everything now? Question mark. How about you or this brother go to Cincinnati, sit in the court for us? Okay, we got some proof.
Hold on. I always play this because I'm using somebody else's video, but he said he won't. He said he did his fact check, but we did our fact checks too. Okay, this ain't nothing we just making up. Okay,
right.
I looked through the complaints. The defendants include the Cincinnati Police Department, the Hamilton County Justice Center, and 10 unnamed officers and deputies. Hinton claims excessive force used by police during his arrest resulted in him having. Rodney Hinton Jr., who is accused of intentionally running down Deputy Larry Henderson, filed this 5-page civil lawsuit on Thursday. He did so himself without an attorney. Hinton said
Pause. Please pause.
What she say? What she say? What she say? What she
now
say? What did she say?
Right.
Do I have to run it up?
he made a comment saying that, oh, I
to the
did my
nigga in the
fact
back.
check and
You
he
feel me? Because he
didn't
fact
file
checked.
no $20 million lawsuit. Bring that comment up
Rodney
that he
Hinton
put.
Jr., who is accused of intentionally.
Hold on.
Rodney Hinton.
Let's. Oh yeah, you're right. Let's bring the argument, the statement up.
Yeah,
Because it
and
gotta
I ain't
make
even no
sense.
debater, but you get
Where
me
you
in
at?
my zone. You know what I mean? You get me in my zone. You got me. I ain't no debater or nothing like that.
This why the Bible say be humble. This why the Bible say be humble, cause all that haughty talk, you gonna fall humbly.
Yeah,
Get 'em.
fact check.
I do.
Right, man.
I do research before I talk.
Yeah, and you a
Thorough.
moderator, Jeremiah. You a moderator on the live stream. You should know. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now,
Now let's
like,
run it
I
back for the
actually,
man in the
like,
back.
man. But yeah, go ahead, play it. Like, you already cut off of this. I'm not even cutting you the video. The white people, the news. Like, you don't believe black people. You believe white people. So let's let the white people tell you.
Jr., who is accused of intentionally running down Deputy Larry Henderson, filed this 5-page
It's skipping.
civil law were violated. I looked through the complaints. The defendants include the Cincinnati Police Department, the Hamilton County Justice Center, and 10 unnamed officers and deputies. In him has
I could hear it. It said he got a $25 million lawsuit against everybody and their mama.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God! And he said he felt intimidated, right? What we were saying. So what?
Yeah.
They up in there intimidated. What? This is gang.
Right. You know what I mean? Yeah, but the video kept like it kind of kept freezing and going, so I really couldn't even hear it.
It did, but I hope she just dropped the reference for that because
we were there.
Yeah, like even in the title, it say Rodney Hampton Jr. files $25 million lawsuit against Cincinnati Police Department, Jeremiah. You know what I mean? So whatever fact check you
why
talking
would
about,
the news report that? Why would the news report that?
exactly.
What he
You know?
say?
I mean, I'm not on here getting paid to lie to nobody. I'm just, I'm somebody that don't know crap about this whole thing. And you know what I'm saying, just came out of here as a, you know what I'm saying, as my debut on the Lions Den. You know what I mean? She pulled me away from, you know what I'm saying, Grafted In Pod. You know what I mean? She pulled me over here. I'm just on here just talking. I'm fucking learning all this shit on the fly. You know what I mean?
Right.
You talking about
but we rock with it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like I told you, I felt like she haven't lied to me yet. I felt like if she said she got it when she came with the stuff and she said she got it, she haven't lied to me yet. I said, let's go. So for you to whoever is a moderator, you being a moderator, you just a Judas. That's why I be steady saying, y'all the same ones that killed Jesus. Y'all the same ones killed Yahweh Shai. Y'all the same ones. It's y'all. Y'all the ones. Why would I trust anybody calling themselves Judah? Y'all the same ones that killed our God. So you a Judas.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. Like, like I would never put my face on this YouTube platform, knowing it's gonna be seen by a lot of people to, to just lie about some shit that I got nothing to do with. I ain't got no hand in none of this. So if I put my face on something, it's because the facts was presented, and when I say it, it's you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be the truth. No, I'm not gonna come on here and like clout chase for views. You know what I mean? I don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you ever saw me a day in your life, Jeremiah. You know what I mean? I'm only on here to help push the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because Nobody else is really doing it. People like you rather hear the police narrative that want to lock another man up, but not
Yeah.
me. That's you know what I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
why I'm here for.
I mean, just hearing this is when I first heard her say it and stuff, I just thought that it was wrong, period. It don't matter if it was the police or whatever. That's wrong for somebody to be accused. I think that's called like double jeopardy or something. Ain't that double jeopardy? Is that?
I think double jeopardy is getting charged for the same crime.
Yeah, you can't charge a person for murder after you beat it. It's double jeopardy.
Oh.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So this dude gonna get off the case. Well, they gonna end up, you know, the state gonna lose this case against him, and they're gonna end up paying him. You know what I mean? That's just what it's going to end up being. You know what I'm saying? You trying to battle with information. You know what I mean,
Hate it.
dude? You know what I mean? A multi-million-dollar news reported that he filed.
Right.
You gonna go with that over some other paperwork you want to drop? You know what I mean? I'm going with the news that reported it over some.
I'm going with the person who told me about it too, cause it's like you know what I mean. Like you attacking her information. I don't like that. And you, her moderator, I don't like that. You feel me? Like you supposed to be with the people. Like you say, no kingdom should be against itself. It's gonna fall.
Yeah, I mean,
I want to ask you more questions than I want to ask them. Cause like you know what I mean. But I just want to know what y'all think about this with the Diddy stuff. Like they trying to throw him away harder than they is Diddy. Do y'all know? I just want to say a little bit. They trying to take away some of his charges, y'all. So do y'all think? What y'all think about that? Cause they trying to throw this man under the jail. He ain't do it. But Diddy, they might let him go.
yeah,
Mhm.
because kind of what
I'm gonna play the video of the scene of what happened to his son real quick.
Okay.
And then we'll go from because I meant to play this too, just to start it off, but I'm gonna play this.
I haven't seen none of this stuff, y'all. This is all new to me. I want to see it.
One that shot him. I think this is his body cam footage. Let's continue. Which shows right there, that man actually has jeans. Quote was telling the other officer there was the individual on your right. Now watch this body cam footage. Right there. I'm going to slow it down. I'm going to back it up a little bit. Right there. Watch this. Do you see that man running right there? That man actually has jeans on. And you see him coming from an unmarked car. That car right there is not one of the police cars that she showed you in the beginning. See, you remember this is the picture that she had showed us in the beginning. And she's at the board. I'm going to play you when she's at the board saying that these are the two police officers that came and blocked those young men in. But here you see this officer. That officer right there, he actually has on jeans, right? And I'm going to show you his body cam footage, which shows him getting out the car. But let's continue to watch the video because I'm going to show it a lot. You see that guy, he has on jeans. That is not a regular Cincinnati police uniform. So that proves that this lady is lying about which one of the officers shot Ryan Hinton. Therefore, they are not releasing the name. If they're lying about this, then they are lying about a lot of stuff. Now, continue to watch this video, and we're going to break it down a little bit more. Man, that is the man that is shooting Ryan Hinton. He clearly has on jeans, right? Those are blue jeans. Look in the top center of your screen. And he is shooting Ryan by the tree line, not by the dumpsters that they so eloquently stopped the videos at. This man has on jeans. Now, I'm also going to show you how he gets out of the unmarked car. This is not one of the uniformed officers that they tried to say is involved in the shooting. Clearly, clear as day, that man right there has on jeans. That is not a uniformed officer. And now they're going to switch to his body cam footage, which is going to further prove that this is not one of the officers that got out of these two cars right here that are shown in the initial contact.
What if, when uncertainty is high, heck, when chaos is high, it's actually the best time to start?
Right there, you see him getting out of a black unmarked car. So these are not those two officers that they said came up in the marked car. He is getting out of, let's play it, let's roll it back a little bit, just a little bit. Do you see what kind of car he's getting out of? This is a Jeep or a truck. And you see the jeans right there in the picture. Look at the jeans. This is not a uniformed cop. You see the jeans on the left-hand corner. This cop is the one who either shot him, and I think this is the one that shot him. I think this is his body cam footage. Let's continue. Exactly. This is the one who shot him, and you saw what kind of car he got out on, and you saw what kind of pants he had on. This is the officer's body cam who is going to end up running and chasing him. And of course, you see right there, he does not have a weapon. This officer is the one who shot him that got out of the car. Here's the clip without pauses provided by Cincinnati Police Department. Watch this. Watch was this. This is not a uniformed officer that they told us that was on the scene. And I don't know how we missed this, right?
Can't look it up. Can't look it up.
This is the guy who shot our dear brother Ryan. This is the guy who shot. Now,
you see how he came out of the cuts and running towards the direction he's trying to go in, which is towards the little bushes. He's not even focused on the officer. He's not even pointing a gun at the officer. None of that when they initially said he was, but he wasn't.
Yeah, I'm back. Like when this whole story first came out, I never saw the footage because I done seen too many black people get killed just in the past like 3 years. All these big name stories, and when this came out, I was like, man, I just can't do it. Like I stopped looking at black people get killed when that dude that was in the passenger seat got killed next to his girlfriend with the daughter in the back seat. Like when I saw a cop kill somebody over that, that's you know what I'm saying, like everything that I said earlier about you got to keep your decorum, you got to be patient, you know what I'm saying, give them what they want, give them your license, you know what I'm saying, keep your hands still. That man did everything that I said to do earlier, you know what I'm saying. And them cop, like the dude was like, yo, I have a gun permit. I got a gun permit. And the cop still killed him in front of his kid in the back seat with the girl right there. Destroyed their lives forever. Destroyed my life visually from looking at shit like this. I couldn't even watch this when I knew it came out. So this is my first time actually seeing this. And Karima brought out that when the kid was running, he didn't even notice that cop right there. You know, I think Fernando, his name was Fernando, that got killed. If I remember, that was the last killing that I seen, and this
Yep.
is the last killing currently that I'm seeing. And it's like, though, this dude, he didn't even see it coming right there. You know, like these cops are hunters, man. You know, they come out of nowhere, Joe. They hunting us like deers in public, and they get away
Like
with
a
it.
game, like they ain't,
Right, they're
I
good.
what they call that the game. You
Yeah,
know,
They're good.
they hunted him down and ambushed him. You know what I mean? Like they was playing a game.
yeah. Like, why couldn't he just, like, if they was ambushing him, why couldn't he just run up and tackle him? Why he had to use a gun though?
Right. I
Like,
think
I'm
that's
pretty
called undeadly force or something, right?
Man, these white people, man, I'm pretty sure they played football in high school. Everybody did, including myself. Man, them niggas know how to fucking run and tackle. No, not run and tackle, but they know how to run at an angle to tackle. Why? You know what I'm saying? He could have just did that to the kid. Gave him another day to live. Maybe he would learn not to run from the cops. They ain't even give him a chance for them to even discipline him like that. And he didn't even do nothing wrong because it was a repo type of car. So, like, you know what I'm saying? To answer Rev Chap 76 question, he says, so was he the one driving the car? I don't know if you're talking about the father or him that just
No, he
got killed.
wasn't driving the car, and it wasn't a stolen vehicle. Let me repeat that. It was a repo car, and the guy that the car owned the car, he missed out on the payment, and they come to repo it. See, and the repo person called the police. I guess there probably was some detectives on the scene at the same time because it makes sense. But they called the police to assist him so they can try to repo the car because they called the police is on the report saying the dispatch saying that there's people sleeping. There are people sleep in the car. So he was scared. He didn't want to approach the car when people were sleeping. They probably would sleep in the car with guns on. You know what I mean? Like, let's keep it real. You know what I mean? So the guy called the police. The police end up, you know what I mean, knocking on the thing, and they end up running. Got scared and ran. That's typical.
Yeah.
It wasn't stolen. The police,
Yeah.
I mean, the reported as stolen.
Yeah.
You can't report something stolen once you made a contract with somebody just because they missed out on the payment. And the reason why they probably tracked them because most cars have them low jack the little trackers on it, so they can be able to track it down. All he did was pull a little bit from, I guess, where he stay at. He pulled in the parking lot and was asleep because they couldn't get in the house.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like shit, he probably was smoking, you know what I'm saying? Like, he couldn't get in his house, he probably had a bag, and, he like, man, I'm about to just go over here, smoke and go to sleep. And shit, you wake up to a repo man trying
he
to.
wasn't smoking. He was trying to get into the house. The cousin was on the news too. I'm probably gonna play that clip. But the cousin was like, he was trying to get in the house. They fell asleep, and he was calling them. You know what I mean? And they fell asleep, and they didn't let him in the house. So he ended up going with his cousin, his relative, and ended up falling asleep in that car because it was late. He couldn't get in the house, so he ended up falling asleep in his cousin car. And the cousin said he shouldn't have been there. You know what I mean? He should have been with them. He was trying to get in the house. They missed his call, and I guess they fell asleep or whatever. He's supposed to be at home, going to sleep. But his ass was out there with his cousin, and he ended up getting killed.
Yeah, that sucks. Like I know if I was trying to get to the house and the door is locked, people miss my phone call, I'm just going to sleep in the car outside the house, man. I ain't, F that, man. Like, this is a lesson right here, like, the niggas ain't safe in these Walmart parking lots no more. Whatever parking lot you think you sleeping in, you You don't know what car you in. You don't know if they made their payments. You don't know anything nowadays. So man, but anyway, if the cops was there for the vehicle, like y'all got the
Yeah,
vehicle,
yeah,
you know
they
what
was
I'm
there
saying?
because the repo is on the display too. They played it, the 911 call, or what I mean, the call for service. The guy asked for service and said that they were asleep. Couple guys was in the car asleep. But my thing of the matter is, you know, typical when your other cousin probably out there. He probably out there, and he probably had a strap. And he probably like, you know, I'm gonna get in trouble, I'm on probation, whatever, you know what I mean, gratis, and he probably ran with it. You feel what I'm saying? It's many scenarios why he was trying to run and get away with that strap. He wasn't trying to like try to you know, shoot out or nothing like that. He was literally trying to get away high, you know, probably trying to get rid of that, you know, typical. Like, I'm not saying it's typical, but it happens all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Like I got the full picture now. You know, I had nothing, now I got everything. And I just, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? The son father about to get paid, you know. There ain't no way around it. Ain't no damn way around it.
Yeah, this is my first time seeing the video. I don't want to see nobody get shot. I really don't. It made me sick to my stomach. I say that, to see him get killed. But other than that, as far as the situation and stuff,
That's a
I
still
feel
shot. You see, y'all see, this is still shot. You see which direction he looking in. He ain't even looking at the officer. He not even looking. You see, he's looking in the direction. Let me show you. Let me make sure. He's looking that way. This is his face. He's not looking this way. He's looking that way. He's trying to run on the outside of the garbage can over there. You feel me? He's right there looking, trying to run that way. Watch. I'm just going to show it a little bit. As you can see his face, cap, everything, looking that way, trying to run. He didn't even see him. You know, that's how fast it went. He didn't even see him coming. That's why I say it like a video game. How, you know, people be in the video game, playing the game, chasing a op, and they op don't even see him coming through the little cut. This is exactly what happened.
See, once again, I got this one because there's the vehicle on the right. Look at that vehicle on the right. That is a black unmarked car.
All unmarked car. And I didn't even really peep that out until just now. That what he was just saying about the gene, I ain't even peep all of that out. You know what I mean? I just found out
I don't
that.
know why they need so many unmarked cars. You know, like this is just sounding like a setup.
No, that letting you know they wasn't even identifying themselves. This was a game. Like they was, you know, they seen them sleeping, was going, you know what I mean? Run them down, hunt them down.
Well, I'm gonna say this: in Chicago, we understand. So the officers that are in jeans are undercover police officers.
Yes.
So sometimes they be having cases where they be undercover as like a drug addict or a drug dealer and stuff like that. So that's why they wear the jeans. So in Chicago, we used to call them the dick boys, because they real assholes. A lot of them be real, you know, assholes. They be real violent, you know, they be aggressive and stuff like that. And we call them 12 now, and stuff to identify them. But yeah, those kind of officers are officers that's undercover. So that's why his identity wasn't told.
But this is the whole point. Now that you said all that, the news didn't say it was undercover officers. Remember, I'm keep saying there's 911. We have people and needed officers' assistance, not undercovers and none of that. They said it was plain regular officers, not no plain clothes officers. We call them NARCs, undercovers, task force. We got many names for these motherfuckers. But you know, 9 out of 10 chances, you know what I mean? They are, like I said, they probably was already in the neighborhood, but they wasn't the initial people that was called out. These are not the people that they said is the officers that shot him. They're trying to say it was the regular officers. He's peeping game. now, and me showing me that, you know what I mean, they lied and said that it was regular officers, you know, identifying. They said, but we're seeing now it was undercover officers. You see what I'm saying? So it's a whole lot of stuff
You know
that
why?
was lied about.
You know why? You know why they would do that? Because if he an undercover officer and he's not in his district when he shot that boy, that's why. If that wasn't his
That's why.
precinct area and district, they had in it because he really wasn't supposed to. Honestly, to be honest with y'all, he wasn't really supposed to do nothing but kind of like settle the situation because that's not his call. That's not his precinct
That's
area.
why he's saying they put the other officer that had nothing to do with it. They put the other officers when the undercover is the one that really actually did it. And you know, that's crazy because I'm really actually looking at something else and found out some other stuff. That's crazy.
Yeah, man, it's amazing that I made it to 30 fly years old, man. Cause coming from where I'm from, Maryland, well, the part of Maryland I'm from, like, man, I had plenty of opportunities to be doing this. You know, back when it's like I recall even situations that I still ain't forgot, close calls with cops that I'm not supposed to be here right now, even interacting with y'all. And this dude, he didn't even have a chance to keep growing, to have kids, to like, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody made for somebody on this life. So the woman that he was supposed to be with, he ain't even had a chance to meet her yet, you know? And that's what sucks. Like they took a life and it just seemed like this was all staged for them to just kill another black man for some reason.
It was an eye for an eye. Remember, the black dude got away with stabbing, you know what I mean, unaliving the white boy. It's all game fun, you know what I mean? Games to them, tit for tat, you know what I mean? It's always a hidden agenda. What's up, Tyrone? It's always a hidden agenda.
Yeah,
And yeah, I just thought about something else. This was in Ohio.
Yeah,
This
it's
Ohio.
Cincinnati.
Yeah,
Yeah,
y'all got big demons in Ohio. I just want to tell anybody from Ohio, y'all need holy oil spread across y'all whole state because I don't know what's going on down there, but it's a lot of stuff not good coming from that place.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, this video, I mean, the guy just gonna keep repeating himself over and over. You know, he got, Rich Money 777. You know what I mean? Y'all cash out.
Allegedly, the guy that shot him, the reason why, I forgot about that. The reason why they don't want to show the original undercover officers because he got a bad past. He's known for beating up people. He's known for excessive force. He's known for a bad past. So they didn't want to
tell
the other guy. I forgot about that. And I got video on that too.
I didn't know that, but I just know how them detectives with them blue jeans is. Them blue jeans, them the ones that they'll whoop your ass and put their finger in their whole hand. Yeah, them kind. That's in my city though. In my city, the ones with the blue jeans, we already know they gonna be a problem.
Yeah, shit. All these cops, man, like they, like you could tell by their fucking haircut nowadays, like you could tell, the skinhead white cop, like you gotta watch him. The cop that got that certain white boy haircut, the cop that got that certain military cheekbone, the cops that want to wear, the fucking the undercovers with the blue jeans. You just tell that these are the killers of black people, and I don't know how they keep getting hired. Like they need to be.
Family gang. It's a family gang.
Yeah, they are the Proud Boys getting hired.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's a family thing. I ain't gonna lie. I had a police officer try to talk to me or holler at me before, and I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I took his number so I could ask some questions, but he said we is a gang. I ain't gonna lie. He told me they definitely a gang, and he told me that how they keep it going is through family. Like your daddy officer, you become officer. It's like that, and that's what he said. So I just you know what I mean. Yep.
Oh
And they
yeah,
be on drugs.
man. Y'all just man, shameless plug, man. You know, Grafted In Pod on YouTube. I do a show called Hebrew Anonymous, and I used to work with this girl that was kidnapped by the cops in Chicago. I'm trying to get her to come on, but she was kidnapped by 4 cops in Chicago, gang rape. You know what I'm saying? Like they put her in their closet, tied her up, they fed her, only let her out to, do the number 1 and number 2. And they was her sex slave for maybe like a month or something like that. She was telling me. But in Chicago, like she found like so within that month, she ended up learning like their habits, like you know what I'm saying? Well, not the habits, but the work schedule. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I appreciate that, Karim. So she ended up,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that's
So
our
she,
other place.
yeah, yeah. So like she ended up recognizing like their work schedule. So it took like a month to realize it. So she's blindfolded in a closet, tied up, and she was able
Out
to
of
get
here.
herself free. And she said like when she finally escaped the
You want a little
house,
recap of
huh?
Huh?
it? You trying to get her on there? You want to do a little recap?
Oh yeah, yeah. Wait, say it again.
The video on here when you line it up, if she's coming on, if she ain't afraid to come on, you want to do a recap. So I'll do a little thing so they can see it too.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
shit, yeah. That's a bet. Yeah. So like, I mean, like she,
is she gonna do it though? Cause that sounds scary.
yeah, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, she definitely gonna come on anonymous. Like, she don't want her, because like it's, you know what I'm saying. So
We all
basically,
need to be anonymous then, cause everybody need to be anonymous. You need to not be on camera. You need to have a ski mask on or something.
yeah. So basically, you know what I mean? So I'm just saying F these cops because like she was
Mm.
able, you know what I'm saying? So she was able to get free, and because she from Chicago, she knew the area. So she was able to basically get on the bus with no money. Somehow she got on the bus with no money because, the bus driver believed her. Well, he had to. She had no money. She had to escape that town. She remembered where she was at. She remembered the house. She was affiliated with GDs because that's real heavy in Chicago. And she
Yeah.
told the GDs people like what happened because they've been looking for her. Man, she take the GDs. They scope out the house, and the officer come back home, and you know what I mean.
That's how I keep telling you, Chicago, we don't play. We don't play with the police.
Yeah, like these GDs ended up going into that, you know what I'm saying, the officer get off of work, according to her story, get off of work, and they bum rushed him into his own house. You know what I mean? Like I told you, it was
This,
4 officers total. So they ended up, jacking him up in the house and forcing him to give up the names of the other officers and where they stayed. You know what I'm saying? So once he finally did that, they killed him. And according to her, they killed all the other cops too. And
I don't know if we should. I don't know about if we should say that. I don't know about. I don't
yeah,
know about us being a part of that.
yeah. I mean, she already told me this story. I'm just letting y'all
So
know. Like, I know
if
somebody.
he wants to, I mean, that shit sounds scary as hell because these police in Chicago, like I had my car stolen by the police, y'all. The police stole my car. I had just got a car, y'all. And the police put us over, took the car. They told me to come back, get my car, and then they never sent the car to the impound. They kept my car. So
Ooh,
no, man, the police out here is like another gang. Like that's why like Chicago don't play with the police though. I ain't gonna lie, when I was little, we used to march through the streets and stuff. We used to have block parties. If the police killed somebody or somebody died by gunfire, we would do something. We would march through the streets and stuff like that. But after a while, I don't know, we kind of stopped doing all that stuff and we would clean up the streets. This the honest truth. So after a while, when they started giving us guns, because that's where we get all these guns from, why y'all be wondering, like, what you go get the gun? They be leaving, they be dropping, they be having like what they call like trailers that come through on the train. And then honestly, it'd be like guns and stuff on them. And I'm just want to tell you the truth, what we do is we call it robbing the crates. And so people get on there. We used to get Nikes, all type of stuff. So they had got a bunch of guns off of them and stuff like that. So that's where the guns come from. And plus they be selling them guns. The police is selling us the guns. So then that's when like we start policing ourselves. I ain't gonna lie, like a lot of police, while y'all be saying like Chicago out of control. Yes, because a lot of times we trying to like defend ourselves from the police and they just start acting crazy and killing each other. But yeah, that's what all this started out, is that the police started doing stuff to us, and so we just start doing it back to them. So yeah, we don't play with the police. I ain't gonna lie, they
Mhm.
if you police already know, don't be sleeping in your squad car on the street corner
Yeah,
because they gonna
yeah.
arrest you.
That sounds scary too. Like, man, yep. You telling me your truth, and no, another sister told me her truth. Like she, you know what I'm saying, she got her revenge on cops with some GDs, and I believe her story too, 100%. She ain't got no reason to lie to me, you know.
Yeah, it be going downhill with the police. I ain't gonna lie, we be at war with the police. That's why they got all them big old guns. It don't got nothing to do with really gang banging. It started to be gang banging, but it actually started out where they got the guns because the police was trying to do stuff to us, and we was like, no, we're not going for that. That's the honest truth. Like, yeah, then
Yeah.
it turned to some gang banging stuff, like, But otherwise, yeah, the police was trying to get down on us, and we just like, nah, like people was going missing and stuff, like all type of stuff. They was trying to snatch people up off the streets and stuff, like literally snatching people off of the bus stops and stuff like that. A lot of people was just, you know what I'm saying? The police be trying to jack us up, what we call jacking us and stuff, like try to hem you up for no reason. You just walking down the street, they stop and just get on straight bullshit with you and then want to go through your pocket. So people got tired of going through that. We got tired of going through that. You're not finna keep hemming us up and stopping us every time y'all see us just because y'all want to and we not doing that. So that's just what it is.
Yeah.
Like,
That's exactly what happened to her. What you said, they snatch y'all up, and she
yeah.
confirmed it for me. Like these 4 cops just on duty just snatched her up and took her to one of their houses and just started gang raping her and never let her free. She had to free herself. I'm glad she got her revenge back on them though.
Yeah, I believe that because the gangs, our gangs is not scared of the police at all. The police know that they not scared of them. The police, this a game to the police. They love it. Let me tell you something. They love it. They love that chase and hunting shit. They love that shit in Chicago. Huh?
Yeah.
I said,
Yeah.
hey,
They
Jay.
do.
Jay Snake.
Oh, she's talking to the chat, but yeah, they
Yeah.
like that stuff. Like, so it's just like the police or the people who govern us. They got some mental problems. Like, I ain't finna lie to you. Like, a lot of these police are people who was bullied on when they was in school. Now they think they a tough guy and all this stuff like that. They was doing lockers and stuff like that when they was little. So they feel like, oh, I'm on something now. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Do we got anything else to bring out, Remy?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, we got the debate coming up Friday with
Okay, that.
The Ancient of Days. We already did the prelim, so we definitely have a debate coming up Friday. Hopefully everybody is, bored.
All right, I'm gonna tune in. I tuned in for the last one and stuff like that. I'm gonna tune in.
Yeah.
What you got going on?
Say it again. You said what I got going
What you
on?
got? What you got going on?
Oh, okay. I believe I got another Hebrew Anonymous show tomorrow. You know what I mean? I was supposed to have an anonymous show today. Now, you know what I'm saying, it got canceled for whatever reason. But this Hebrew Anonymous show is gonna be crazy. Let me read it. Let me make sure I got it. But
All right.
basically, let me give y'all a little taste. Go to here, boom. Okay. Yeah, okay, Khan. So basically this Hebrew Anonymous show, this sister is in the truth, and she got pregnant by this Israelite in the truth. So they going through their issues, and they basically, Hebrew married through sex and the caboodle or whatever they want to call it. So
Okay.
he got her pregnant and he walked out on her, and instead of trying to get his life together, he's just looking for another girl. Meanwhile, she's pregnant. She's going through the doctor's appointments by herself. He ain't come to the baby shower. And, he's just on the internet posting scriptures, on Facebook posting scriptures and not giving a damn about her. And she wanted to tell her story of how, what I'm
He
saying,
ain't
her,
shit.
yeah, he ain't shit. Her husband left her and he's trying to find another woman, but he
Mm.
homeless. So the next woman he find, he's just really looking for a place to
He
stay
gonna be homeless too,
because they broke up. Yeah.
or she
So
gonna be homeless too.
yeah, so she just want to tell her story with that, and you know what I'm saying. So that's what I got going on. Hebrew Anonymous. If y'all know people, I mean, if y'all are people, y'all know people that got their stories. I did a Hebrew Anonymous show of a woman that been molested by her uncle since the age of 5.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? We just did that. We did another show on Lions Den with Cinderella hosting.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? She could talk about
That's
that. I
right.
did a show with her husband on my channel, Hebrew Anonymous, of him talking about how he's an Israelite that married a controlling Christian woman. So I got a lot of stuff with Hebrew Anonymous got going on, and we trying to. Also got a dating show on YouTube called Blind Dating Faith. You know what I mean? So, you looking for love or you looking to tell your story on Hebrew Anonymous, you know what I mean? Holler at me. I'm a Hava grafted in pod on Facebook.
Okay, so we got the live Friday. What time is your live, Kareem? She
I
on?
think 7 Eastern.
Okay, so we got the live, and you said it's Ancient of Days.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we got however you said you got the show with the pregnant lady, right?
Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah, probably tomorrow night
Okay.
around 8 o'clock.
Okay, I'm glad you told us because I ain't know. So you don't be telling me stuff.
Yeah,
Okay, what?
I tried to reveal it because people, like people be all the way down, then they back out or they don't reply. So I just be like, you know what I mean? Like, let me know when you serious. I need to start taking deposits for people who want to tell
That
their story, and then I give them
is
back their money once they actually do it.
this 8 o'clock Central or Eastern time? Pacific what?
Eastern.
Okay, cool. And then I don't got nothing going on, but I got a lot going on. I'm just hosting with everybody as far as like hosting on the Lions Den, hosting on Graphic Empire and stuff like that. So we do want to ask y'all to come join the Facebook groups and stuff like that, like, share, and subscribe. Also go follow him on all his platforms. Go follow Karima Powell on all her platforms. He what? I have a Grafted Empire on Facebook. You know what I mean? Like, come mess with us. I'm Cinderella on everything. Cinderella on everything and stuff like that. I do comedy and stuff like that. So we got a lot. Oh, we got Chochaba. If y'all anybody got some paranormal stories, y'all need to hit Chochaba up on Facebook or hit any one of us up, and we'll let her know, get the message and stuff like that. So we got a bunch of shows coming out for y'all. Like we got a lot of stuff. Like we gonna have all different channels. So it's like y'all gonna be tuning in. Everybody gonna have a different channel where they got different stuff going on their channel. We got music and stuff coming out for y'all. Like we got so much stuff. We just hope that y'all support. We appreciate if y'all keep y'all negative comments to yourselves. And we just need some more people who want to join the platform and panel and who gonna take it serious, who's gonna be on time, and who really passionate about doing something like this. Cause we got a lot of stuff in the works, and I ain't gonna lie, these two right here are doing a lot of stuff, like for real. And I don't think they get enough credit. So I'm gonna get them they flowers, cause y'all ain't gonna do it with y'all hating asses. Like they doing a lot of stuff for the Hebrews, and y'all be steady complaining. Like she got a dating thing, she got the whole dating site where she can match y'all. He got the dating show where he can match y'all. He got the stuff with the anonymous for the people who going through something. You just want to tell your story. She got a whole podcast where you can come up and join the panel and talk about whatever. They both doing the music. So I just want to say to all you crybabies who keep saying we don't got nothing for the Hebrews. Well, you got two people right here who busting their ass. Being a content creator is not no bullshit. It take a lot of energy. And they really doing something for the community. And I just want y'all to support them and keep that negative stuff to yourself. It's not stopping nothing, because we still going. So if you want to join the panel, hit us up. Let us know what you can do. And you do have to go through an interview process. So understand that.
Yeah. Hey, hell yeah. Like, I don't know. I don't know what else to say. You know what I mean? I'm proud to be affiliated with Karima and the Lions Den. You know what I mean? Before I started showing my face publicly and everything, I knew about the Lions Den for like the past like 6-7 years. But to actually be able to talk to Karima, you know what I mean? It's what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like crazy to me, you know what I mean? Like I never thought I'd be talking to this person, because
I know that's weird, right? I've been following, and not to cut you off, I've been following the Lions Den for a very long time. Like he said, I just, I never knew. I thought it was a man, though. I ain't gonna lie. I thought it was a man.
Yes, JJ too. JJ, the father of the Lions Den, But yeah, I appreciate you. You do so much. They ain't even understanding. You do so much and put in so much work in these communities and help people build their platforms like without nothing. She make your platform rise. So you got a low platform and you need followers, follow her. She gonna hook you up.
Yeah, and I'm not getting nobody no robots either. I'm getting you all real people, and that take time. So give me time.
Yeah. Oh, you know what else I like to say? I was going to I was going to talk about this. I do this other show called Hebrew Conversations. You know what I mean? I was going to bring this out. Like I feel like this whole Israelite community that I got myself involved in, you know what I mean? I feel like this whole community is like high school. And what I mean by that is like you got the camp, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, number one, like when it comes to this community, like you forever learning something. You always got people sharing information. You know what I mean? So it reminds me of school, but it reminds me of high school at the same time, in the sense of like, for example, like you might got ISUPK at this lunch table. You might got the IUIC at this lunch table. You might got Lions Den at this table. You might got the House of Consciousness, Sinetta at this table. And, in the beginning, I'm just watching everybody. I'm just a hobby watching everybody, trying to see, okay, who do I, who got the truth? Who do I believe? You know what I mean? Then you got, you
I'm
know,
a renegade sheep. I be with
you know what I
everybody.
mean?
I be with the goats.
Yeah.
I be with the sheep. I'm a renegade sheep. I be with the lions. I'm a renegade sheep.
And then you got the Black Jesus Minister. You got, you know, Mendika, you know, he'll mess with anybody. But here I am, I'm watching everybody. And then I start my spirit started gravitating towards like, you know, like certain camps, but I would never join a camp to like actually say I was with them. And that's how I was in high school. I always been just a nigga that was cool with everybody, that wouldn't really like click up, so people know that, oh, if Hava walked through the hallway, his crew is over there. They ain't never been me. But now when I started coming on YouTube, it's like, you know, I still was just gonna be by my lonely. Like I started off doing YouTube with this cat, you know what I mean? And you know what I mean? And I end up just doing the whole YouTube thing by myself. I ain't gonna really talk about them because you know what I mean. But I end up venturing off and just doing the whole YouTube thing by myself, and it just remind me of school because who would I end up affiliating myself or trying to click up more in this big community, which I call a school. And it's like I feel like I fit in with the Lions Den, you know, because they not
That's
like
right.
yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like I just feel like I fit in with the Lions out of everybody in this
yeah.
whole lunchroom. You know what I mean?
Cause we the
Because
renegade sheep. Well, that's what it is. We the renegade sheep. We the renegade sheep, and he said like you got to be the renegade sheep because sometimes the sheep that go off from the herd be the ones that find the other lost sheep. If you
Yeah,
in the gate, how you gonna find the other lost sheep? You got to
yeah,
venture off. So we the renegade sheep. We the ones who actually find the sheep that's lost that need to be found.
right. But
yeah,
we fuck with any and everybody. You feel me? We ain't that bougie type. You feel me? You got, like he said, you got the crowd where they only, you know, basically running with the same people. They don't want people in their crowd, you know, picking and
Well, some
choosing.
of them.
You got the other people that's mixed. You know what I mean? You might got the Mexicans mixed with the Asians, and you know what I mean. The blacks mixed. You got the whole little. That's us over here. You feel me?
Oh,
We
yeah.
ain't that.
We like
that
the African too a little bit, but they be
hey,
a little aggressive. So I ain't gonna lie. I'm sorry. We gotta say something about that.
hmm yeah. I mean, it
They
felt
don't
good to
fuck
get
with
that
us for
little.
real, y'all.
You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you gave me my little. You know what I'm saying? Like my little voice for these past whatever minutes I was talking, because like that was real therapeutic for me to actually get that truth out. I ain't never told nobody how I felt about where I fit in the community, and for me to say it
Oh,
publicly
he
to
warming
mine,
up.
you know what I mean? It's like, yo, if this
that's
was
what's
really
up.
high school, I
That's
would
what's
have, you know what I
you
mean? Like I
know
would
what
have
Hey,
like
we
clicked
feel
up with y'all in
I'm
school.
gonna look out for you. You feel me? You over
Yeah.
here, I'm gonna look out for you. You know what I mean? It is what it is. So you feel the energy. You feel, you know what I mean, where it's at. You feel where it's comfortable to sit here and put your feedback.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We working together, and that's why I like our little vibe. The three of us, we really be like, no offense to none of y'all, but even if nobody else really stand on what we trying to do, we stand on what we trying to do, and that's what's gonna push it forward. And a lot of people gonna start fall in line with us. But I like this little vibe that we got, and I had a dream. I told him I had a dream. We was gonna really be doing a lot of stuff. More people's gonna come in and stuff like that. And I just gonna say to everybody who ain't on board right now, when we start doing them celebrity interviews, don't bring y'all ass the fuck over here.
Oh yeah, man. I got a Hebrew Anonymous show
One thing
that
about one thing about us is we for the people. We ain't for ourselves. We ain't trying to be seen. We trying to get y'all seen. We trying to get y'all heard. You know what I mean? Put y'all out there, each one of us, and that's why we rock.
Facts.
People trying to, you know, put their information and become, you know, that light, that person that everybody's, you know, I guess the champ or whatever. You know, ain't nothing wrong with none of that. But right here, we trying to get you being seen to become that champ. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
Just get your story out, relax, and get the information, because a lot of people don't get a chance to talk to people. People ain't trying to hear that. They're trying to judge, you know, where they can actually speak about things without, you know, being people focus on what they look like, you know, how they dress, what, you know, they background, that type of stuff. It's just focus on the information, what the person said, and it is what it is. And all you're going to remember is that person, you know, because a lot of people are going through the same thing and they can't tell it, and they don't know how to tell it, and they're afraid that, you know what I mean, come on, because they feel like they got to be cameraed up and all this other good stuff, and got to say names, and no, you ain't gotta,
stop shaming them people too. Stop shaming them, talking about we gossiping. That's that person testimony about how God got them through. You got to be some type of demon to not know that a person's supposed to be able to tell their testimony and they supposed to get honor to God. Now, the little prostitute lady, even though she said Horn was life, she did admit that, you know, she was in therapy and that she did understand the Hebrew stuff and that she respected what we was doing and she respected that God set her on this path to tell her story. So while people judging and stuff like that, at the end of the day, our God walked with the prostitutes, the alcoholics, and all that. So if you can't humble yourself to be able to listen to somebody who you feel like, oh, I don't do the same thing they do, well, that's you. But that person got a testimony about how God got them through something. So I did hear that and what she's saying. You know, y'all just heard Horn was life. I heard that too, though. You know, and I was like stuck on that, but I still heard her actually say she respected our faith and religion and everything and stuff. So that's another thing. She gave respect to our God, and everybody just heard what they wanted to hear.
Yeah, Con. Yeah, I mean, with that, man, I appreciate coming on the show. Thank you for the invite, and you know, hopefully, I did a good job with Cinderella and you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think we did good. I'm gonna see y'all in the Facebook chat.
Con. I remember, man. I think with that, I'm probably about to check out.
Yep, I'm about to end it. Play the outro.
I'll praise you, Most High. Yeah, that sound good, y'all. Hello. What we doing?
Hey, cook that up, Kali.
We still getting to the money, got these haters in they feel. Lil' homie, let them chill. Most I told me, finches hit my enemies, my footstools. We ain't got no beef for real. Just here, this how we live. Look here, homie, we still getting to the money, got these haters in they feel. Lil' homie, let them chill. Most I told me, finches hit my enemies, my footstools. We ain't got no beef for real. Just here, this how we live. Look here, homie, be still. They said you got the call, they tryna blackball you. Like what they own, bro. You can't blackball a boss. The whole world, they hate this right here. The way you hate your neighbor, might as well pull the trigger on yourself. You know we get excited by the smoke. Every day we casting flesh. Say my treasure stored in heaven, we gon' blow the rest. They disrespected and we check the bank that causing kept it still. They asking others about my business, but I ain't got no instant miss. See, I still deal with ox direct. Cause your person don't mean you respect. Your outlet don't get no credit if the ox ain't in it. Money answer all things and you got all these questions. Playing Vic. Look, I employ slavery. If you broke, just say it. Yeah, them crews in the hood, Jews in the hood. I caught them clues, now I'm good. I broke it down, he understood my all to you. Filtered through, you found a few, I'm good. We what we sold, this here exclusive. They like, hey, folk, look what you doing. We still Get into the money, got these haters in they feel. Lil' homie, let them chill. Most I told me, finches here. My enemies, my footstools. We ain't got no beef for real. Fuck this here, this how we live. Look at homie, be still. Get into the money, got these haters in they feel. Lil' homie, let them chill. Most I told me, finches here. My enemies, my footstools. We ain't got no beef for real. Fuck this here, this how we live. Look at homie, be still. Most I told me, be still. Give her room to work. Know my movie work. If faith ain't good, don't put the work in. In the spirit flexing, that my day job. Get in the mode out my own, I don't know what they are. Before I got the blueprint, and I'm too legit to quit. Let it spark in the dark, be a light, got it lit. Tryna map my movement, got my haters pondering. The odds set the question there, they wanna know if you still lit. It hit different, you authentic, a lot of odds pretending. We do it for the Lord, got my own motion, who are you to judge? Look most high first, none above. Tap in the spirit, we locked in, they'll come against your plot. You know Judas said, yeah, we spit them scripts, they barely now. Came on slave ships, then you not blind. You know they tell you everything. Isaiah 30:20, yeah, we bad. You see what happened when they tried to rail the train up off the track. False witness, hypocrite. We throw shots back, now they feel heat. Must go get it. We still get into the money, got these haters in they feel. Lil' homie, let them chill. Most I told me, finches here. My enemies, my footstools. We ain't got no beef for real. Fuck this here, this how we live. Look at homie, be still. Get into the money, got these haters in they feel. Lil' homie, let them chill. Most I told me, finches here. My enemies, my footstools. We ain't got no beef for real. Fuck this here, this how we live. Look at homie, be still.